I'm excited that Alan's here because Alan is probably the person I consider my mentor here because he patiently answered every question more than once for the whole first year I was here and then some on every deal that I did before I dotted any I or crossed any T or signed any papers. He was my man.
That's why half her deals fell.
No, that's not true. Anyway, so I appreciate his wisdom, his experience, and his humor. Because the first day I was here and Cornelia was introducing me to people, I don't even remember what he said, but I thought, I like his humor.
Oh, he does.
I like him.
Yeah. And he was very patient.
No, because it's almost like my own husband. I thought I can deal with him. So we're glad to have Alan here, and he's going to share his wealth of wisdom with us. He's a renowned blogger and published writer.
Oh,
and
True.
what else can we say about him? Well, probably other things we shouldn't say about him. But
Looks incredibly thin would be nice.
yes, has lost 50 pounds. Is it 50?
Oh God, no, 35.
Very good.
35 is big.
Yeah.
35 is big.
Yeah. Well, 35 is less big.
That's big.
Working on it. 50's the goal though.
We want
very
tips on
considerate.
how you did that. We want some tips on how you did that also.
That's actually really simple.
What is
All right, real estate. So this class this morning, this isn't a class, whatever this is this morning. Conversation is about how do you start out? How do you get from 0 to 2, right? Am I at 2? In a short period of time. Let me just give you the history of how Alan built up what appears to be a successful business.
Smoke and
good
mirrors.
topic?
Yeah. When I came into the business, everybody was complaining at the time. I don't know if you remember this. I got into the business in 01. So this is starting my 11th year. Actually, 2 months it'll be 11 years total. Whew, goes fast, guys.
Yeah.
Everybody was complaining that business is bad. We used to have multiple offers. We don't ever see multiple offers anymore. It's a bad time to get into the business. What are you doing? A very good friend of ours, of my wife's, is Sharon Friedman. I don't know that you know that name. Sharon's a very successful, she was not number 1 at the time, but she was right up there. Very successful Coldwell Banker agent on the North Shore. She and my wife have been friends for years and years. She recommended that I come here. So she got team building out of me. Like she needed it.
Is she a realtor too?
She is. She
wonderful.
is currently the number 1 Coldwell Banker realtor in Coldwell Banker, North Shore. And actually she's number 1 Midwest.
Good for her.
Did she really?
Yeah. She does a huge amount of business. Now, I don't know how it does with the Cavataninis in now, but she's big. So she recommended I come here. So I came here, and the first thing Cornelia told me was what you need to do to run a successful business is tap into your sphere of influence. Remember the whole Sharon Friedman thing?
Yeah.
Her sphere of influence is my sphere of influence. Now, when you go to list a house and you say, okay, let's see, I know Alan. Alan's a really nice guy. He just started in the real estate business. We should use him. But I also know Sharon Friedman, who is the number 1 agent in town. Who should I use to list my house? Boom, Sharon Friedman. My sphere of influence was useless. Totally useless. I had a few, my mother, Michael, listed with me.
That's still good.
Maybe.
Right. I mean, it is the most expensive, investment she has. I really like Alan. He's my son, but Sharon's really good. So I really couldn't count on my sphere. Even though Cornelia said still send out all the stuff, which I didn't do. So I decided to build my business out of open houses. So I did open houses every single Sunday for the first year except 1. So I did 51 open houses in a row. My first open house was just down the street at 2951 Central. Jan Hazlett and Emily McClintock had that building when they converted it, when they built it. And I sat over there on my first Sunday. I started on Monday, and Sunday I was sitting in an open house. And I had my first client. The guy walked in and said, I'd really like to buy one of these. And I said, what?
This is Mike's story.
I said, what? He says, I'd really like to buy one of these. And Jan said, take them back to the office, go. Jim was very gracious about it. She could have easily taken the lead. It's her development. And she said, nope, there you go, take him back to the office, sign him up. And we did, we sold him. It took a year.
Ooh.
Oh,
We
that's
didn't sell him that.
Oh.
I sold him something else, but it took a whole year to sell him and his wife. They decided that wasn't for them, but we had something. So I had my first client, first open house, boom. He was not my first sale, he was my first client. So I sat open houses every single Sunday for a year. I think the Sunday that I took off was my birthday.
That's good.
I then also was told when I came into this office that we have, well, Sharon had told me that we have great floor. We have all the signs out there, so that's the place to be, because that's where all the calls come. So she said, take floor. So I came in here and people said, floor here sucks. Everybody, Debbie, Mag, the floor is terrible. You don't want floor here, it's awful. So I said, okay, I'll take yours. And I took every floor I could get. In that November, I started in August, in that November, I had 17 floors that month. I had a fabulous spring, all from floor. And unfortunately, I wasn't smart enough to keep that all to myself. I started talking, people kept saying, you know, you're getting sales, where are you getting sales from? Floor here is terrific. Nobody was signing up for floor. I said, floor is terrific. It's like, Alan, shut up. All of a sudden, Debbie Max was on the floor, Jan Hazel's on the floor, Claire Susie's, no, she was never on the floor.
Nobody did the floor anymore.
All of a sudden, people are taking floor, I'm getting 3 floors a month instead of 17. So I built up my practice basically on open houses, constant, and floors, constant. I took every floor that came my way. I'm also a firm believer, as you probably have noticed, in being in the office. I come into the office daily. I'm here, if I'm not out with clients, I'm here in the office. And occasionally I stop at home to visit my wife. That's pretty much it. That's how I build the business. And I do it consistently. Now I don't take floor anymore. I do take floor because I'm in here and I grab floor from people who, you know, somebody didn't show up, I'll take a floor. But I don't sign up for floor anymore, I don't need to. Most of my business is now, you know, I feel more like Debbie and Jan.
Good, good.
And Candace. I don't need to take floor anymore, floor kind of comes to me. I don't accept floor calls for my own properties anymore, because it's not fair, I'm here 24 hours a day. So if a call came in on one of my own properties, it's taking it away from the floor people, so I let the floor people take my calls. The same reason I don't believe in putting my name rider, my number, on the name rider. It's the office number that they call. I don't want them calling my desk, I want them calling the floor desk. I got my business out of floor, I want people to be able to get their business out of floor. I get plenty of calls, I've got plenty of clients already spinning my wheels, I mean, working hard for them. You know, I don't need to pick up more off of my floor calls. I'll take business from floor itself. Floor here can be really, really good. I mean, I know you've gotten business out of floor, you've gotten business off the floor, have you? No, you haven't? No, you have.
I did.
I know you do.
Floor's never been real good to me.
No, floor can be really good. You
Yeah,
know,
that's what everybody keeps saying, I keep hoping. And I
Well,
sit there and it's like, they go, get this on the floor, don't call now. You know, and so the phone is just silent, so it doesn't even ring.
You know, the funny thing is, Kurt Murray started about 3 months after I did. And when he came into the office, all of a sudden there were all sorts of phone calls coming in. There were you know, Kurt Murray called Parked on the Ones was like all over the place. And I'm like, what is he doing? And he knows everybody because it sounds like I'm busy. They were fake calls.
Serious?
Yeah, he just had people.